I don't understand why you're fighting me on this, McCormick. 2 weeks in the beautiful outback of Oregon. That's a chance in a lifetime.
Now I hunt you.
This is nothing to it. You point it downstream, paddle like hell.
Grizzlies are vegetarians. They don't eat meat.
Buzz, the trees! Pulling up! Oh, I'm sorry I got you into this one, kid.
Slow motion man, iron and steel in the palm of your hand. High, quiet heart, betting your life on the state of the art. Lay down the law, don't you let 'em cross the line. Under the hood, got the bad and the good. Everybody's doing time.
I understand how a guy who's never been outside of the wilds of Jersey City is going to be a little bit overwhelmed by an expedition that's this ambitious. That's okay.
You know, you're starting to sound like Sir Edmund Hillary.
Hillary! That limey couldn't dig a latrine alongside of Daniel Boone and Jedediah Smith.
My bet is he's got it all over Hardcastle and McCormick like a pup tent. Bear Hunters Annual?
Grizzly bears, kid. Now there is the proud beast. Just lives on raw wit and animal instinct. Huh?
Beat it! Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here, man! You dumb thing!
Forget it. I'm gonna try to get to that radio right there.
Crazy.
Cover me, will you?
With what? What, I'm gonna throw a sock at him? Travis? Be careful, Travis. He sees you, Travis. Thank God! Hey, mister! Thank God! Oh, Lord. That's great. I have never seen anyone that brave in my life. Hey, mister, that bear was going to tear our heads off. Look, I'm Lester Smith. This here's my partner, Travis Baker. We're from Dallas, Texas. I don't believe we got your name.
I don't believe I offered it.
Well, listen, mister, I want to thank you very much. You from around these parts here?
What are you doing here?
We just came up here yesterday from Myrtle Creek. He's doing a little hiking, taking some pictures. Lester here's a real shutterbug.
Is that right, Lester? You a real shutterbug?
Well,
Myrtle Creek, 6 days away by Jeep. What kind of pictures, do you two take with these?
wait a minute, mister.
I'm gonna ask you one more time what you're doing here.
Hey, look, man, we don't want any trouble.
Hunting the bighorn is against the law.
Look here, mister. Why don't you just keep that rack? You can get $5,000 or $6,000 for it.
Where am I gonna get another bighorn? There are not many of them left. Run.
Run! Not you.
Hey, look, I didn't have anything to do with that poaching. That was all Travis.
Bay,
Mr. Don't.
Please.
Please don't.
No, that's not him either.
I hope he's okay, Judge. These mountains look pretty tricky.
Oh, are you kidding? Buzz Bird is the best bush pilot alive, not to mention mountain man. The guy's 6'3". He can make a whole camp out of nothing but pine boughs and boondoggle. You know what he did? He went out in the woods one time, stayed 6 months living on nothing but roots and berries.
What for?
To see if he could do it.
How come I get the feeling that's him? That's him, isn't it, Judge? Buzz Bird, junk man of the mountain skies. It's him. I know it's him.
Well, if it is, he's a little out of shape.
It's probably from pigging out on all those roots and berries, you know.
Hardcastle! You holding us all over bad mood, how are you?
Buzz! How are you? Gee, I almost didn't recognize you.
I did, though, right off. Hi, Buzz. Mark McCormick.
So, it's that flatlander you want to bring along, huh, Milt?
Actually, I'm just dropping Milt off.
Nonsense. We better move. Let the plane motor cool down too much. It takes a day and a half to get her started.
Right, okay. Hey, hey, McCormick. Yeah, bring your stuff there. Come Buzz, this thing's airworthy, isn't it?
Of course it is.
We'll clear the trees, right, Buzz?
Tried to tear down on this bird myself not more than 2 years ago.
Buzz, this bird will make it over those trees, right?
Pulled the motor off an old Cessna.
Buzz,
Got the tail section off a Beechcraft.
Buzz.
And the wing off a old Bennett Buster.
Buzz, the trees!
Trees! No! You say something about the trees, Mark?
No, nothing.
Oh, that was nothing. Well, you see where I'm going to set this bird down? Gonna film a herd of caribou feeding coming down the feed near Ford and Folly.
That's great, Buzz.
Yeah. I figured old Milt there, he wouldn't want to pull any light duty on this truck, so I'm gonna set this baby down about 300 miles up from nowhere.
Hey, that's great. 300 miles up from nowhere. Now, there's a place I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, well, that's a great spot, Mark. Nothing but God's own, living off guts and wild grape.
Please. I don't know what you guys are trying to do. You guys just tell me that you want me to beg for my life, and I will. Please. Please.
You think you're beginning to feel like that bighorn sheep you killed?
You want I should kill him, Taylor?
No. No. You just learned something about staying alive. Let's see what you can do with it.
You okay, Buzz?
Hey, Judge, what's wrong with you?
What's the matter, Buzz? Buzz, it's Jack.
Bud, it's his horse. It's his horse. Ah, his horse. Grab the stick, Bud. Will you grab the stick? Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Not that far up. Pulling up.
Now, Buzz Bird was a good man, and I liked him. Everybody that knew him liked him. I guess he died out here the way he would have wanted to in the mountains. I just wish it wasn't so soon.
Well, what next?
You salvage anything out of that plane?
Nah. We're 300 miles up from nowhere, Judge. What are we gonna do?
Well, we're gonna try and stay alive, and then we're gonna try and walk out of here. I told you not to wear sneakers up here. Look at you in that T-shirt. You're gonna freeze to death. You know that? I'm sorry.
Oh, keep it up. Makes me feel like I'm at home. You're the lead scout, Wild Bill. Which way you want to go?
Well, Myrtle Creek's about 250 miles from here, and it's that way, which is southeast, I guess.
Which means if we make 20 miles a day, we'll starve to death 3 days before we get there.
No, we won't starve to death. We'll probably die of exposure.
Grace under pressure, Judge. That's wonderful. That's always been your strongest point, you know that? I'm not kidding now. You know, old Hardcastle, spitting into the eye of life, laughing in the face of death. Ho, 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 ho.
Keep it up, keep
That
it
good
up,
old
keep it up.
firing squad mentality.
Keep it up. Maybe you can scare up a couple of grizzly bears.
You're
That's
ju-
all
you're
we
just
need.
trying to scare me. There aren't any grizzly bears around here. Besides, grizzlies are vegetarians. They don't eat meat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
California bears don't eat meat. Grizzly bears eat anything.
Lost like a stranger in a dangerous land with an empty hand. Lord, or a raging sea. Never thought I'd be so damn lost. The icy rain that falls, the chilly wind may blow. Lord, you know I've got to get back home. Lost, it ain't too far to the end of the line. Running out of time, 'cause I'm lost.
How far do you think we made?
Oh, a couple of miles at the most.
Couple of miles. We've been going at it for over 6 hours.
I know. We better find some place to spend the night because it looks like we're gonna get some weather. See anything?
Yeah, I think I can see your house from up here, Judge.
Hey, we could die out here.
Well, there's a canyon about 2 miles off. Might be a river. I don't know. I couldn't see.
All right. Well, we better find a cave or build a saline to or something because if it rains tonight, we're in big trouble.
Ain't no one live through that. No, you bet on it. Not unless dead men can bury each other. This couldn't be more than a day and a half. 10 miles at the most if they know what they're doing, and it looks like they don't.
Whoever it is, we got nothing against them, Taylor.
Yes, we do, Clyde. Yes, we do. This is pure land. This is God's land, and we're gonna stop them from raping it.
There you go. You'd have for that, kid.
That's okay, Judge. You caught it. You eat it.
You eat half of that or I'm gonna throw it out.
Well, that would be a smart move. That way we'll both starve.
There's 2 ways we can do this, and one of them's gonna hurt you.
Could you maybe close its eyes?
Eat it! There you go. Huh? Good?
You used a little too much lemon in the Dijon sauce.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry I got you into this one, kid.
Forget it.
What do you mean, forget it? We got a good shot at dying out here. It's my fault.
Not going to Hawaii was your fault. Dying is something we're all individually responsible for. It's like bad breath.
Well, I don't want this to sound like a John Wayne movie or something, but in case we don't make it out of here, I just want you to know that, you know.
Why, Judge, I'm touched.
Listen, wise guy, I'm trying to tell you that because I knew you for the past couple of years, I feel lucky. Now, I want you to realize that because one of us might have to bury the other one, all right?
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You got any regrets, Judge?
Nope. Well, maybe one. Couple. 2. That's all. And you?
Oh, I got a ton of them. I guess out here, though, it doesn't make any difference.
Like winning the Indy 500 or something?
No, like being in love. You know, for real. Maybe having a son. I never thought about this before, but if I don't make it out of here alive, I haven't anything. No one's gonna know I was even here.
I'll know.
Yeah, but you might not make it out of this alive either.
Well, nobody thinks the tracks they leave in the sand are deep enough. A good wind will blow them all away. The thing is, you did the best you could.
No, I didn't.
I mean, they'll find our bodies out here in about 10 years, and the headlines will read, "The bodies of Judge Milton C. Hardcastle and another man found after 10 years. So that's me, Judge. The other man. Always somebody's sidekick. The guy who could have won the big race, who almost got the girl, didn't. See, you ruled on stuff. You made decisions. You changed people's lives. Oh, they'll remember you. They won't remember me because I was just the guy standing next to you.
Come on, you're making me sound like Sir Thomas More. Listen, if life was like holding clear water in your hand, I loosened up my grip enough times so most of it slipped right out through my fingers. I made a lot of mistakes. I mean, big mistakes. Like the deal with having you put in my custody. Listen, I didn't do that for you. I did that for me. I had all that legal stuff on my side, and all that judicial hoo-ha that made it look like I was gonna redeem some kid who was in trouble and give him another chance. Well, maybe I had it wired just so that I could have somebody around so I wouldn't have to retire all by myself and be alone and disappear. Could be I was trying to get my son back. I just wanted to make sure that somebody was there to see the wind didn't blow my tracks out of the sand. Look at you. Southeast has still got to be over there. Huh? What do you think?
Maybe we should try and make it across.
Are you crazy? It ain't deep, it's sure running fast.
Relax, I'm a Pisces. Get out of there! Judge!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey! Hey! Get over here! Yeah. Relax, I'm a Pisces. We're a Pisces with an idiot rising. Get out of there.
distributor's gone.
Anybody home?
Judge.
Dead?
From what? A grizzly get him?
I don't think so. He's got about a 30 caliber hole through his chest. Guy's been murdered.
Judge, why don't we just throw this thing in the water and get going?
Because it's gonna bend in the middle if it doesn't have enough air in it. Now, come on, will you? It's gotta be all stiffened up.
Are you sure you know how to float one of these things?
There's nothing to it. You point it downstream, paddle like hell.
Previous message was brought to you by the Water Safety Commissioner of Death Valley.
Listen, Major Powell went through the rapids in the Grand Canyon 100 years ago in nothing but a rowboat. Well, there's nothing to this. Don't worry, will you? It's like the water ride in Magic Mountain. Let's get it out of here. Let's get it in the water.
Pick your end up.
Pick your end up first.
Hey, Major Powell did this in a rowboat?
Yeah, well, at least we got helmets, haven't we? Get in the front.
I'll tell you what, Judge. I'll wait here. I'll make sure the Grizzlies don't eat any of the evidence, okay? Just look for a signal fire in about a week and a half, all right? Good luck.
I don't even know where I'm gonna be in a week and a half, so I'm not gonna leave you out here to die all alone, all right? And I'm not so crazy about dying all alone out here either. Me, get in the boat and get in the front.
All right, okay. You know what you're doing with this?
Wait, get in it, get in it, get in it. Get in it. Get in the front.
Which way is the front?
Get in the front.
That's the front?
In the front. Now, this is just like...
Give me one of these.
This is just like paint your garage.
Yeah?
Yeah, nice, easy strokes, you see. Where's the helmet? Hey, see how easy it is?
Yeah?
Yes. Nice, easy, smooth strokes. Very smooth stroke. The front goes the way we're going. Turn
Which way is the front? What's that noise?
I don't hear anything.
Hold on, McCormick!
They got the raft. They more than likely found the body.
Maybe you shouldn't have let the other man live.
Relax, Jay. That fat city cowboy weren't gonna make it more than a day or two out here.
Like a stranger in a dangerous land with an empty hand. Lord, I'm lost. Tossed like a pebble on a raging sea. Never thought I'd be so damn lost. The ice you ran that far
Who's that?
Hey, it's a rat. Maybe it's a search party. Hey!
Wait.
Hey, over here!
Hold it. Hey.
Over here!
Hold it. There's a rescue party. They'd be in a plane. We'd have seen them. Get out.
Get up.
Get up! Well, looks like you got a big business going here, Chief.
Where the hell did they get all this stuff?
Pirates, they're living off the land up here. They steal all this stuff from the poor slobs that come hunting and fishing. Now, right, Chief? You figure yourself to be a big hotshot chief, right? And a lord of the jungle? Who are these creeps? This is your loyal tribe here, huh?
I'll tell you who I figure myself to be. Is someone who's destined to save this land from the plunderers and the rapists. People who murder the wildlife and scar the earth.
Well, he's either a hardcore environmentalist or a real head case.
Right.
The wilderness is my court, and I alone pass judgment here.
Right, well, actually, we just came up, we wanted to take some pictures of the caribou, you know.
Your pictures bring more people here to soil our land. You're guilty. You're all guilty. Your smoke fills the sky. You make acid rain. Your factories turn the rivers into sewers.
Head case.
We've all seen the bodies. And we know the natural law. We kill what we hunt or nature falls out of balance. I hunted the man you found. He hunted the bighorn. And now I hunt you. It's your time. It's your lesson.
We're gonna have 100 people looking for us.
gotta find him.
We'll find him. But first we bury our dead.
Forget that. We're gonna go now.
Jay, even that Texas hunter had the privilege of dying with pride.
The lunatic knows this land a lot better than we do, Judge.
Sure. I'm the one who's supposed to know what to do all the time, but I can tell you right now, I'm flat out on ideas.
Are you scared?
Mm-hmm.
I am.
He's gonna understand. I can tell you right now, as soon as it gets light, he's gonna be chasing us like turkeys on Thanksgiving.
Unless we hunt him. When I was in the 6th grade, there was this kid in my class. He stayed back a couple of years. He was huge. His name was Kenny von Bischofhausen. I swear, Judge, this guy had yellow eyes. Well, every day, Von B used to punch me out and take my lunch money, you know? I was terrified of the guy. But one day, after about 6 months of this, I hit him first. Not real hard, you know, but right in the nose.
Yeah, and Kenny von What's just kicked your head in, right?
No. He started to cry.
You think this guy that's chasing us is gonna be like Kenny?
I hope not. 2 days later, Kenny's big brother got me after school and broke my arm.
Right.
Oh, Judge, let's hunt this jerk down. Let's make him cry. He's got a big brother. We'll worry about that after.
Fruits, some berries, some bark, huh?
Don't pay any attention. You can't change him. Come on. Well, kid, we made it.
Yeah, I guess we did. So, Judge.
What?
You have me placed in your custody because you didn't want to spend your retirement alone?
Where'd you get a dumb idea like that?
From you.
Oh! Well, I just said that because I thought you were asleep.
Well, I wasn't.
Well, there wasn't anybody but me around to hear it, and I don't remember, so. Anyway, kid, next year...
Anyway, next year what?
Next year we go to Hawaii.
Would you like to?
Yes.
Is it because I'm married?
That's Mrs. O'Connor.
Don't do it again.
I'm her husband.
You're a loser, pal. You're an ex-con. With half a push, you're gonna be right back in prison.
$75,000?
What is it for? A race car.
Just don't break it.
Slow motion man, iron and steel in the palm of your hand. Ah, quiet heart. Heat is on. Heat is on.
smells like your first day at school.
It smells like paint thinner.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to
Here's his pit.
Racing, the Orange County Raceway.
Mr.
Have the
Slick.
racing lineup for the opening heat in just a moment.
Bet you don't remember when I blew your boss off the line back at Lancaster Raceway.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, but I was. Thanks, Sammy.
All right. How you doing there, kid?
Not as good as you, Sammy. I see you still got the same hot sponsor. It's nice.
Yeah, well, you win 3 championships in a row, and they give you your own motorhome, free flame-proof socks, a couple pages in People magazine. You know how it is. And you know, Skid, you should have kept driving in a straight line instead of trying to go road racing. Too many turns, you know what I mean?
Tell me about it. Judge, Sidewinder Sammy O'Connell. Judge Milton C. Hardcastle.
How you doing? Good to
All
see
right. Sidewinder is a snake.
Yeah, it is. See you around, huh, Sammy?
Hey, Skid, how about I say hello to the wife for you? I'm sure Kiki'd love to hear from you.
Nah, she thinks about me enough. But you already know that, don't you?
Hey, cool out, Sammy. We got sponsors all over the place.
Nice meeting you, Sam. Okay, what's that all about, huh? You dragged me down here to meet this guy, the big Class A fuel champion? Supposed to be an old friend of yours? You stand there doing the dozens on each other. That's a big thrill for me.
Actually, I wanted you out here to keep me from hitting him in the face with a tire iron.
What do? Guess the rest of it?
That creep stole my girl. Married her, too.
Ah, still bothers you? Yeah, I used to be crazy for a girl named Wendy Belter. She married a podiatrist. Well, she could have had me. Now she lives with a guy that smells like feet, so.
Her name was Kiki Cutter.
Oh, the drag racer. Yeah, she was a champion.
Yeah, it runs in the family, Judge. Sammy O'Connell and Kiki Cutter. Mr. and Mrs. Top Fuel.
And now, that very special event you've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, the former record holder in the quarter mile, twice NDRA world champion, and one of the prettiest women to ever jump into a race car, Miss Kiki Cutter! And for the second time in 2 years, Mr. and Mrs. Top Fuel are going to go at it for the quarter mile title. Any comments, Sammy?
Well, I just hope if I beat her that Kiki will still cook me dinner.
You're probably a lousy cook.
Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the final heat of the day here at Orange County Raceway, and Kiki Cutter is knocking at the door of another world record. Now in lane B, driving a hand-built rail out of Encino, California, Sidewinder Sammy O'Connell. Now these two may be husband and wife, but the quarter mile is no place for hugs and squeezes. Keep your eyes on the Christmas tree, folks. We're about ready for the green light. There they go! Uh-oh, Kiki Cutter's in trouble. Her car's out of control.
Dr. Finney, you have a call in the East Lounge. Dr. Finney.
Static EEG for Harder.
Miss
Yeah, Dr. Collins is on his way.
Miss
Yes.
Kiki Cutter?
Yes.
Can I see her?
Are you family?
Yes.
No.
I'm her husband.
Julian Saunders, please report to the OR. Julian Saunders to the OR.
Her first husband. Settle down.
I'm sorry, only close families allowed in.
All right, she's my sister. Look.
He's kind of upset. Listen.
What the hell are you doing here, McCormick?
Doctor, my name is Mark McCormick. Is there any way I can see Miss Cutter?
That's Mrs. O'Connell.
We're not going to get into that now. I care about her. I want to see her.
Yeah, well, it's a little late, because it doesn't look like she's gonna make it.
Will Dr. Tyler see the patient in room 437?
She's not going to die, is she?
The next 24 hours are very critical. Miss Cutter has a severe head injury. Her helmet absorbed most of the impact, but there is some very specific swelling on the brain.
Well, isn't there anything you can do?
Wait. If the swelling goes down, she can walk out of here in a couple of days. But I'm sure she'll be happy to know that you care.
Will my husband care?
I try not to judge.
Well, I can't do anything now.
Yeah, we can wait.
Want me to wait with you?
No, that's right, Judge.
Nice. Take it easy.
Listen, I...
No.
Parkins, did Dr. Collins get the EEG on Harder yet? Room 229?
I'm not sure, Doctor. It wasn't my shift.
Well, nursing is a 24-hour day job, Parkins. I suggest that you find out.
I almost got over what you did to me. So I guess that means I forgive you, huh? You were pretty young. We're both young. And you just had a faster heart, that's all. Live, Kiki. Dr. Tanner?
Call security. Put an armed guard on Kiki Cutter's room.
Dr. Lipsitz, chief surgeon in charge of breaking and entering.
I had to see her, Judge.
Sure you did. You any idea who this guy is?
No, at first I thought it was Dr. Tanner, but when he saw me, he took off. And the syringe smelled like almonds.
Yeah, well, I'm having the lab dust the place for prints. I don't think we're gonna come up with anything because a shot of cyanide in the middle of the night is pretty professional.
They might try again.
Who'd want to kill her anyway? She's not married to Al Capone.
I don't know.
You get a description of the car, a partial plate, anything?
Did better.
When the hell'd you get that?
Sometimes a little luck is worth all the skill in the world. I got lucky. Judge, I don't think Kiki's crash was an accident.
What you think don't count. I want facts. Hard evidence, okay?
I'll see what I can do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Hey, listen, come here. Remember, masquerading as a doctor in the middle of the night's one thing. You take a fall, now you're going back inside.
I know.
Front gate, Wilson here.
Yeah, Wilson, listen, do me a favor, huh?
Who is this?
This is Tony Farrell, O'Connell's ranch at Building 10. Do me a favor.
I got nobody signed in here for Building 10 tonight.
That's because we've been working on Cutter's Rail for the past 2 days. Where you been? Listen, I ordered out for some pizzas. Do me a favor. When they get here, could you bring them back for me?
Who's gonna watch the gate?
Oh, come on, Wilson, be a guy.
No.
Then send the delivery guy back when he gets here, all right? We're starving here.
He got a pass?
He doesn't have a pass. He delivers pizza.
That's your break for the month, huh? I got my orders to follow here.
I got a pizza here. Everything but anchovies. Building 10?
You gotta take it back yourself.
Come on, I've got 7 more pies to deliver.
Sounds like a personal problem to me. 10's 3 lanes back on the left.
Thanks, Cap. You're a real prince. Tommy Farrell, Building 10.
What happened to Tony?
Who?
Tony Farrell, the guy who called me about the pizza.
Oh, Tony Farrell. Yeah, he's my brother. He's in the can. What can I do for you? Take a message?
This is Wilson, Gate 1. We got a security breach, Building 10. All units.
Just to stay alive.
Hey.
You want some pizza? It's cold, but it's good.
Where you been?
I couldn't sleep last night, so I went out for a ride, get something to eat. Want some?
Listen to this. An attempted burglary at Sandstone Industrial Park was thwarted last night by Chief Security Officer Theodore Wilson. A suspect described as a 30-year-old white male with curly hair and driving a red sports car entered the headquarters of O'Connell Racing Enterprises.
Come on, Judge. There's a million guys with curly hair in a red sports car in Los Angeles.
Disguised as a pizza delivery man, the suspect bluffed his way past security. Don't tell me people are still falling for that one.
They still fall for that one. Want to read me my rights?
Okay. You care enough about this girl to risk going inside? What can I tell you? I'll tell you what I'll tell you. Don't do it again. Did you find anything?
Yeah. It's the tie rod from the front of Kiki's car. Judge, it's been sawed almost in half. Just enough to break under the power load when she hits the gas. Now, someone is definitely trying to kill her, and I think I know who.
I would definitely say so. Oh, the hospital called this night. And she's out of danger. The swelling's going down. She's going to be okay.
Thank God.
Now, listen. Whoever tried to kill her has got to have access to the team. They got to get to the car. It's got to be somebody in the racing business, right?
It's got to be her old man.
Oh, come on. I know you don't like the guy.
Judge, it's got nothing to do with whether I like him or not.
Oh, or that he stole her away from you, huh?
No, listen, Kiki means absolutely nothing to me now.
She could mean 5 to 10 for breaking and entering.
Did you run the plate?
Yeah. Belongs to some carpool out in the valley and an insurance broker. It's got nothing to do with Sammy O'Connell.
Well, I think we should talk to her anyway. In fact, I think we should bring her out here until we find out what's going on.
Oh, just long enough for you to make some moves on her, huh?
No.
Okay. You wind up cutting your ear off for this, babe. Don't blame me. It's not my fault.
Relax, I can't even paint.
Love, the ugly drug. Cha-cha-cha.
Yes?
Hi.
Hi.
You okay?
My head feels like I drank a case of champagne.
I'm glad you were all right.
Mark,
Don't. Forget it.
No, I have to say this.
There's nothing to say. I'm just glad you're okay.
I almost called 1,000,000 times.
Why not?
I guess I was afraid another woman might answer the phone.
Did you talk to Detective Henderson?
All morning. Mark, no one is trying to kill me. I lost control of my car and it crashed. It happens.
Kiki, these are from the right front corner of your car. It's sawed almost in half. And the lab report came back on that midnight vitamin you almost got. It's cyanide.
Now, Hal Jenkins told me you were the best in the business.
Yeah, well, Hal Jenkins was right. And one of the reasons is because I'm not stupid. The price goes way up when your old lady's got the second string sitting in her room. There's no way I was going to pull the trigger in the hospital.
So? This means you won't out?
Oh, no. What it means is I want to renegotiate. With someone coming in from the other side now, it's going to cost you another 50 large. That's right. We don't know who was casing your race shop. Could have been anybody. Could be I got to kill them, too. Them and your old lady.
Sammy and I may not have been Bogart and Bacall, but he would not try to kill me. He loves me.
Oh, please. He never loved you.
Come on.
He didn't. I did. He did.
Would you try to get past that male ego of
This
yours?
has got nothing to do with male ego. I am 3 times the man, the driver, and the lover that Sammy O'Connell ever hoped to be. It's got nothing to do with male ego.
Hey, I don't care who loved who the most or who got whose heart broken, how many times, for whatever reason. Okay, we're looking at an attempted murder here. Now, can you help us with that? Can you think of anything?
No. I mean, why would Sammy want me out of his life? I'm going to be out of it anyway.
What do you mean?
I filed for divorce.
Well, thanks for telling me.
Hey, come on.
We didn't want anybody to know until after the racing season was over. I mean, it wouldn't exactly be good press for America's perfect motorsport marriage.
You have any trouble about the settlement?
No, we're splitting everything right down the middle. I pay the therapist, and he pays off the credit cards. So I ask you again, why would Sammy want to kill me? I mean, I'm not giving him any trouble.
That is simple. Kiki, let's face it. You are Sammy's only real competition on the track. Now, if you go out and start to run independently, come back and beat him, you will clean up in the press and sponsorship and everything.
Mark, that is absurd.
It's not absurd.
Listen, you ever hear of Hal Jenkins? He's an insurance broker out in the valley, Van Nuys and Sherman Way.
No, why?
I don't know why. It fits in someplace. Well, I'm gonna go make some phone calls. See if we can not beat each other up, will you? Go on.
You know, I never got a chance to tell you, you look great. You look great.
Post-adolescence. I grew up, I gave up my paper route. I even gave up on you.
I guess you hate me, don't you?
No. No, but when I think about what you did to me, well, let's just say I could never have been in love with a girl like that. I was wrong. And my girl never existed.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
It doesn't hold a candle to the mistake I made about you, Kiki. You told me you were pregnant just so I'd ask you to marry me, and that would force Sammy into asking the same question. Check and checkmate. The perfect move. Why would you do something like that?
Because Sammy won the championship that season and you didn't.
So for you, it all came down to a career move?
I was 21 years old. I think I've changed.
Have you?
I told you I'm leaving Sammy.
You're not leaving him for me.
No. For me. But I wouldn't mind if you were there.
Chad. Maybe I ought to wear a bell around my neck. Well, there's nothing much on Jenkins. He looks clean, anyway. Does mostly auto liability and stuff like that. He fire and theft, he insures warehouses.
What about the car I chased out of the parking lot?
Well, I think we ought to ask him about that personally. You know, get up close and have a look in his eyes and see if they bounce a little.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, sir, we might as well lay this out. You heard about Mrs. O'Connell's wreck last week.
Yes, I read about it in the paper. You certainly look like you've recovered.
I was very lucky.
Well, maybe. Anyhow, Hal, you don't mind I call you Hal?
Not at all.
Good. I hate formality. Gets in the way of pretty girls and good meals. Hal, while Mrs. O'Connell was recovering in a hospital, somebody came in there and tried to kill her. And if it hadn't been for McCormick here, why, she might be in the big racetrack in the sky, you know. Anyhow, the point is that the fellow who tried to do her in was driving a loaner, a car that was registered to this company.
Well, that's surprising, isn't it?
Sure is.
If you have a description of the car, I can turn it into dispatch, and I'll see what I can do to help you.
We already did that, and dispatcher said it never left the lot.
What can I do?
Well, you probably can't, but something's going on, and we thought you ought to know about it, because we know about it, and you ought to know that we know. You see, as you put 10 pounds of mud in a 5-pound bag, and sooner or later, the seams are gonna break. Take it easy, Hal. Why don't you sign something for Hal's kids there? I'm sure they'd be kidding out of that.
Listen, if there's anything at all that I can do...
Oh, we won't hesitate. Thanks a lot, Hal.
Jake? It's Hal.
When Sammy and I get the thing straightened out, I think I'll go for a long week on the beach somewhere.
You don't think I'm right about him, do you?
I can't. I spent 7 years of my life with Sammy, and we had some good times.
What about your racing career?
That's over. That last race was going to be my last win or lose. I was ready to hang it up.
Does Sammy know that?
Nobody knew that.
I'll tell you what, you can sleep upstairs. I'll take the couch here, okay?
Mark, it's been a long time. Would you like to?
Yes.
But you won't. Is it because I'm married?
It's because this time I'm afraid I wouldn't get over you.
Good night.
Oh, come on, kids. Give it a break, will you? It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
You're right. It has been a long time. Timing. What? What are you doing? Judge, you don't need the gun. She's a very pretty girl.
Call the police.
Goodbye.
Okay? What do you know? Jake Thomas.
You know this guy?
I used to. He's dead.
You're a lucky guy, Milt. The precinct had a bonus on Jake Thomas since '81. 2 weeks in Bermuda. I lost 3 officers trying to win that trip.
Well, now, what is a guy that heavy doing hooked up with Sammy O'Connell?
Well, we don't know that for sure. But it can't be a coincidence he made a run at you and Kiki right after we saw Jenkins.
Yeah, but the tie rod was sawed in half already, Judge. That's what got us into this thing.
Yeah, well, I want to take a closer look at this Jenkins character. If you see O'Connell, see if you can get him to burp. He could be right about it, you know. Give it a try. Can you get me a search warrant for Hal Jenkins?
Which Friday, Milt?
Call Hollywood Park, Jockey Club, Suite 310, Judge Peters, tell him it's for me.
So, Kiki is gonna be okay?
Yeah, from what I understand. She was released 2 days ago. She's gonna be fine.
You haven't seen her?
Well, I got a big race coming up on Sunday, Steve. It's a busy life. Kiki and I have an understanding. After all, we're both professional race car drivers.
Well, the rumor was that the two of you were going to split up and Kiki was going to retire.
Kiki and I have never been happier. And if she does decide to retire, well, it might just be to have a baby.
If you don't have her killed first. Hi, Mark McCormick. Steve, never got the chance to thank you for that piece in Raceway News, From Pit Lane to Prison. Ooh, nice touch, huh?
What are you doing here, McCormick?
Oh, I figured the press ought to know what's going on with the old sidewinder here. Thought they might wonder why Kiki's crash was caused by a sawed tie rod, that someone tried to kill her while she was in the hospital, about the divorce, and about a guy named Hal Jenkins. He figures in this somewhere. I'm just not sure how.
You know, some people never get over losing. You know what I mean, guys? You know, I blew you off that racetrack, McCormick. I stole your best girl, and she and I made it bigger than you ever had the guts to even dream about. You're a loser, pal. You're an ex-con. With half a push, you're gonna be right back in prison. Trying to discredit me is not gonna change any of that.
Maybe not.
Why don't you go out there and steal another car, huh? Let these guys interview a world champion. Sound good to you, doesn't it, Skid? Hmm? Can you believe this guy? Huh?
I'm gonna find that missing piece, Sam. Bet on it.
You can't do this.
Oh, yes, I can. Read that warrant. Uh-huh. Here we are. O'Connell. O'Connell file's a little thin, isn't it?
I must have over 100 customers with the last name of O'Connell.
Yeah, well, we only want to hook you up with this one. Now, I suggest you take Mr. Jenkins downtown for questioning and book him on charges.
What charges?
Well, it depends on what this piece of paper means.
Court's closed, Judge. We can't formally book him till Monday morning.
You mean he's going to have to spend the weekend in jail? Good. That'll give us a couple of days to string all this together.
You can't do this.
Yes, I can. Yes. There's still a couple of wrinkles left in the law that work for the good guys, Hal, and one of them is probable cause. Probable cause. Remember that, Hal?
All right, all right.
What'd you find out?
I found out that O'Connell can still make me feel like a loser. That's what I found out.
Well, he's gonna get his turn. Look at that.
Addresses?
What's the first one?
4272 Hamilton Drive.
Okay, what's the next address?
145 East Park.
Okay. Now it's starting to make sense. Jake Thomas is torching these buildings for Hal Jenkins, and then Jenkins is collecting the insurance money, and then he washes that money through Sammy O'Connell's racing outfit. And Sammy's got all that hot equipment because he's got a lot of surplus dollars. That's a very smart operation.
Well, then why would O'Connell want to kill Kiki?
He probably didn't want to at first, and she filed for divorce. California's got community property laws. Accountants start going through his books. They're gonna come up with a couple of $1 million he can't call prize money. You got motive and method and opportunity. Just we have the cops pick up O'Connell.
Could we wait a day on this?
Don't you want to get this guy?
I do. But before he goes to jail, I want a chance to beat him, Judge. I want it. I want to give him something to think about while he's inside.
Because he stole your girl?
No. Because he's the kind of a guy who needs to know what it feels like to lose, and lose bad.
I don't know. It's kind of vindictive.
I know. Look, I've never asked you for any favors before. I'm asking you for this one.
Well, we can't charge him formally till Monday anyway. I guess we can get a couple undercover cops, hang with him on the weekend so he doesn't leave town. Okay.
I'm gonna need some help with this.
Give you all the help you need. Got my word. I don't like arsonists.
Thanks.
Well, if you've got enough money, you could always buy a competitive ride. But look, Mark, you don't have to do this. Not for me. I mean, Sammy will get what he deserves.
I'm not doing it for you. But it's a dumb idea. I think we should.
No, listen. I'd like to see you beat this guy myself. What do we have to do?
Well, I could call a couple of teams and check into renting their A car.
We better forget it, Judge. Really, just...
Okay, hey, listen. I said I was going to help with this, and I'm going to do it. Here, what does it cost?
For a one-off ride, just for the weekend, $75,000.
$75,000?
$75,000.
75,000.
Well, taking into account the property you inherited from your late wife as collateral, we have no problem with loaning you the money. But Mr. Hardcastle is your banker. It is my responsibility to ask you, what is it for?
Oh, for a car.
A car?
Car.
A race car. I see. Well, let's hope it's a fast one.
Thank you, Judge.
Don't mind that. Just don't break it.
Well, we have a special treat for you here today, race fans. Mark McCormick is going up against Sammy Sidewinder O'Connell in what could only be described as a grudge match. Now, years ago, when McCormick was running Top Fuel, O'Connell blew his doors off and stole his girlfriend, Miss Kiki Cutter, now O'Connell's lovely wife. And one can't help but wonder if McCormick might be trying to take this opportunity to do the same thing to O'Connell.
Yeah, Al Jenkins, please. Yes, this is an emergency. What do you mean? He didn't tell you where he went? All right, look. Have him call Sammy O'Connell at the Speedway right away when you talk to him. Tell him this is an emergency, all right? Yeah, thank you.
We've got another beautiful day for racing here at the Orange County Raceway, ladies and gentlemen. And we're just moments away from our exciting opening race.
Hey, Leroy, go get this started. Hey, you really gonna run against this guy?
What the hell happened here?
Look, all I know is Kiki is pushing the organizer about this thing. She's your old lady, but let me tell you, pal, she's still got a lot of clout.
What kind of ride does McCormick have?
Ray Preston's.
Any words from the team owner?
Oh, just go fast enough to win and get it back in one piece. I don't want to have to sell a coyote.
I will.
Watch the clutch when you come out of the hole. Sammy could get you. But this baby should come on at 10 grand and sing. In other words, the clutch is going to chatter a little until the RPMs reach the power curve.
I knew that.
Don't forget, racing fans, this Saturday is Ladies' Day. We've got some dandy competition.
When?
Up. Ladies are half price with a full afternoon of racing excitement. Gates open at noon with a quarterfinal starting at 1. So get here early for good seats. Ladies and gentlemen, Top Fuel driver Ray Preston is being replaced by former Trans Am driver Mark McCormick.
Where do you want to watch from? Head to the press tower.
I don't want to watch. If my wife was here to see this, she'd kill me. I couldn't even have one of those sit-down lawnmowers. I'm going,
You get close to my lane, I'll blow you into the wall, McCormick.
You won't even see me, Sammy.
Be careful.
I don't think careful fits. I'm gonna blow them off. For both of us.
The last time Mark McCormick ran against Sammy O'Connell, he suffered a humiliating defeat, and that has to be on his mind as he runs up against the hottest driver in the world.
No. Rough walks, no outs. The bases are loaded. Ball 3.
At the starting line, they're tacking up.
And the pitch.
The lights are on. And Mark McCormick has beaten world champion sidewinder Sammy O'Connell in the quarter mile.
Where are you, Cooper?
You're under arrest, partner. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Sorry, Kiki.
Let's go. I think I thought that guy had the life I always wanted.
Hey, McCormick! McCormick! Hey, come on, give it a rest, will ya? Coffee's on. New morality. My day you heading my box of candy. And you were lucky if you got a squeeze. Hey, what are you doing here?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm juggling telephone poles. What does it look like I'm doing? I'm eating breakfast.
Hey, come on, huh?
What's with you?
Hey, man to man, huh? Eh?
Do you want some juice?
When I was a kid, at least you had to ask him to marry you first, but, yeah, things change. Okay, I understand. Where's Kiki? She doesn't have to be embarrassed, too. I understand.
Judge, Kiki went home at 10 o'clock last night.
Come on, I'm a modern guy here. Huh?
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint modern guys, but I never laid a glove on her.
I thought she was the love of your life.
Key word there is was.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Well, that's the way she goes, huh? Yeah, save a girl's life and she just takes off down the road on you.
Well,
you're taking it pretty good.
Maybe I've grown up.
Maybe you have.
Good morning, Judge.
Maybe I lied.
Bauer's dead.
Who?
Bill Bauer was my best friend.
Gentlemen, it's the ghost of Woodstock past.
Hey! I buried you this morning. You're alive.
Nobody deserves that kind of treatment. We're nuts taking on these guys.
Tell him his motivation is 35 grand an episode.
I think I have 7 left.
Male bonding is the theme this season, Milt.
This is a riddle?
Slow motion man, iron and steel in the palm of your hand. Ah, quiet heart.
Okay, up against the wall. It's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Let's go.
It is good to see the Yankee Clipper.
Even if it's for the last time.
It is only the last time until the next time. There is much to learn. You have many lives yet to live.
Don't start with that. You're coming back in your next life as a rock, okay? But if you can fix it, I wouldn't mind playing center field for the Dodgers. Yeah.
I will miss you.
Me too. $50,000 American.
That is too much.
Hey, Two, it's my funeral. Let me tell you how much it costs. We both knew I'd never make it out of this place alive. So, I think it's time to mail this.
Can you trust him? 10 years is a long time.
Kidding me? In his next life, McCormick's coming back as Richie Cunningham. Goodbye, old friend.
Nobody deserves that kind of treatment.
Negative, Milt. You do. Well, maybe you don't, but I think I can get 100 civilians together who might think you do.
I don't know about these fundraising things. I mean, people are paying $1,000 a plate to eat elastic chicken and soggy potatoes. That's not bad enough. They got to sit there and listen to some oaf praying about truth and justice and the American way.
Oh, look, Milt, Uncle Sam doesn't want some oaf. He wants you.
Well, in that case, you're both right. Morning, Colonel.
Well, that is so, yeah. Or $900. Looked like you bunked in right past Reveille.
Night maneuver, sir.
Yeah, a little hand-to-hand combat with a waitress.
War is hell, Judge. But let's not change the subject here. I know you're dying to bray about truth, justice, and the Hardcastle way. Yes, you and Superman, faster than a speeding chicken at $500 a plate.
Oh, I wish I had had this boot in my unit, Milt. I could have cleaned the mud right out of his mess kit.
Very tough detail.
You were in the service, McCormick?
Not exactly, sir.
What, you deferred on a medical, a student, bad knees, 4F?
2P, prison. But I did wear a uniform, didn't I?
The next war, I'm going to hand him over to the enemy.
Request permission to make an assault on the refrigerator, sir. Tell him that part again, how it's an honorable way to serve his country, and I think you've got him.
He's all right. He's just got this thing about respect for authority. He's got none.
Marine Corps, Milt. He's not too old.
Yeah. Got a special delivery here from Mark McCormick. I'm gonna need a signature. You him?
That depends. That from the Department of Motor Vehicle? Credit Bureau?
No.
California Parole Board?
No.
Okay, I'm him. I'll sign.
It's from the State Department.
What state?
Washington, D.C.
It's not a state?
Yeah. I'm not a geography teacher, so sue me.
No, but you're a funny guy.
Let me be honest with you, Milt. I feel funny about this kind of thing, too, but when they retired me out after 35 years, I couldn't let go of the Corps. Anyway, they put me on the fundraising desk. Now, I feel this Veterans Library is a good cause. You deserve the honor, and you can help us raise some money from the private sector. Volunteer for the duty, Milt. Be a good soldier.
Listen, I'm not the kind of guy you're looking for. I'm a working stiff. I got to be a judge. Okay, I ruled on a couple of landmark cases, but...
Oh, no, look, Milt, the private sector loves that legal stuff. It's very American. Now, Clarence Darrow would do it.
Clarence Darrow was a great American. That's what you need. You gotta have a national hero.
No, we tried that. Rodney Dangerfield's doing a beer commercial.
Hey! What's the matter?
Bill Bauer's dead.
Who?
Bill Bauer. He was my best friend. We grew up together. He's been listed as an MIA since '75, but I always hoped that they never found his body. That he might still be alive. See, Bauer was good at that kind of stuff, making you think one thing while he did another.
Sorry, kid.
They want me to receive the body. He didn't have any family.
Was he a Marine?
32nd Regiment.
That was your outfit in Vietnam, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, Milt.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, listen, maybe you knew him. Bill Bauer, he made lieutenant, I think. He was a heck of a card player. He shot pool. This guy could juggle 3 cans of beer and chug one while he told you to go to hell and made you look forward to going. I mean it. He was a...
I'm afraid I didn't know him, Mark. It was a big outfit.
It's too bad. He was a real piece of work. When we were growing up, there was the 5 of us had made a deal. Whoever died first would get buried by the rest of us. I gotta make some calls.
Mark. Look, a lot of brave young men died in the 32nd. But I'm glad this one's finally coming home.
Bill Bauer certainly backed ours more than once. So let's not forget him.
I loved him. I am going to miss him.
Hey! Hey!
What the hell do you think you're...
Go ahead. Be a big shot. Punch a dead guy.
Power.
I think this is where you're supposed to go. What the hell's going on?
You're alive.
You've got a facile mind, Mark. I've always liked that about
You're
you.
alive. I buried you this morning. You're alive.
And I trust it was a touching eulogy.
What are you doing to me?
Take it easy on the shirt, huh? Get them made in Paris at 200 a crack.
What happened here? What happened?
Shared a cab with a hand grenade in Ho Chi Minh City.
It's a whole lot heavier than bootlegging some concert tapes now, isn't it, Billy?
And it pays better.
So there wasn't anybody in that casket I put in the ground this morning?
What you buried was 16 million US dollars cash. Unmarked, ready to spend.
Well, now you've got 2 minutes to tell me what's going on here.
I figured a couple of years living with the illustrious Milton C. Hardcastle might change you a little bit. Retired Superior Court 82, right?
How did you know that?
I get as much information as I can, Mark. Information gives me an edge. Maybe what I'm going to tell you will give you one. In April of '75, I'm wearing a gold bar with the 22nd in Saigon. Good old US of A is pulling out. And if you were watching the news, the place was like a madhouse. My job, get this, my job is to sanction and relieve all US funds so they don't fall into the hands of the enemy. You know, sanction and relieve means burn. I mean, like people are throwing their babies onto moving airplanes, and I'm out back burning big piles of money like it was the 4th of July or something. I burned about $20 million before the last chopper lifted off the top of the U.S. Embassy and left me in the middle of the swamp to die.
They just left you there.
But the last GI left alive in Nam was going to be well paid.
So you waited until Hanoi made the goodwill gesture of releasing some of the bodies of the MIAs, and you fixed it so that your casket came back filled with cash.
Serious cash,
পুলিশ
Mark.
না আমি হইতাছি কিন্তু টিক্কার মামা টিক্কা যদি জানতে পারে তাহলে কিন্তু একদম
It's not yours. It's not the Pentagon's. And we left 50,000 guys over there would want me to spend it. Besides, I'm the only one who knows about it.
And
me.
Bye.
I always thought they meant the same thing.
আপনারা কি টিক্কার এন্টি করবে কি এই যে
changes their clothes, man. You haven't met my tail.
এটা তো পারি
What, he wants to know what's his character's motivation?
আরে তুই নাওয়ার খেয়ে তো উনি
Tell him his motivation
আমার
is
শুধু নাওয়ার
35
খেয়ে
grand an episode.
আপনারা দুই
while
চোখ
MedStar gets
দূর
itself
পর্যন্ত
into a
যায়
brain surgery.
সব আমার
Yeah.
ওরে বাপ রে বাপ কি করছিস
Yeah,
এটা
and tell him McLean Stevenson
তাহলে তো
puts
তোর
on a
অনেক বড় লোক
stethoscope, and it's a 40 shift.
কিন্তু আমার তো লস হয়ে গেল
But don't tell him that
Yes.
came from me.
আরে 10,000 লস না 10,000 তো লসই
Take some zinc
তুই আমার
mark to look like
ঠকাইছস
hell.
Gotta talk to everybody. Where's
কইছি যেটা
Jeff's been
বড়
driving
তো কইছি
the
না
porcelain
আচ্ছা
bus
যেটা
all
বড় তো লাগে
morning. He's
এবার
writing
ছোট
a
ছাগল
protest
হচ্ছে
song. Hey, Trey!
তোর কাছে মোর ছাগলের বাচ্চা খেতেছে হ্যাঁ এক কথার এক জবান
Morning. It's been singing lunch all
50,000
night.
দিবি ঠিক আছে
Any requests?
Yeah. Where's my socks? Just follow the smell, you'll find
উপরে কি দেখো উপরে টাকা বল
Listen to the prime time pander.
50,000 না
Plastic pants.
Hey, look, we can't all wear
Chavo.
hard hats, comrade.
টাকা কি বলে দিয়ে দিবি আই খবরদার বেদবি করছিস বড় বড় খোলা দিছে আমার সাথে বেদবি করার লাইসেন্স করে গেছে পুলিশ না আমি হইতাছি কিন্তু টিক্কার মামা টিক্কা যদি জানতে পারে তাহলে কিন্তু একদম
Talk
about who's gonna have a hangover.
Hi, Milu.
You all right, Mark?
Sir.
I mean, we all
Sir.
love
Ani,
doing everything. It's
bye.
hard, but
Aru yaar kar ba. Ye to kare buki jurzu. Apnara ki dikkat ente kuchegi. Ai hoy na. Oita beshi korteছে, beshi korteছে.
Anybody want to buy any concert tickets?
Or la kare jar. Jan. Jar kare.
That was a little grand. Hey,
Or go baby.
Hardcastle.
Bajan.
Oh, okay, Milton C. Hardcastle Memorial
Aku কিন্তু আপনার বাঁচানোর লাগি বলে
Library,
করতেছি।
or you like Hardcastle Hall?
এটা ভালোবাসি।
I think I need to talk to you.
কিছু লোক আমি থাকতে পারবো।
I know what you're thinking. Okay.
কিন্তু আপনি আমার লাগে
You think the fundraising thing is going to my
কোন দিন
head.
রেন।
I'm gonna tell you,
আমি তো
it's
আপন
not.
ছোট ভাই।
It's just a very good cause.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
Gee, I don't know, Milton C.
ওয়ালাইকুম
Hardcastle
আসসালাম
Memorial Library.
চিনি না
sounds
জানি
like
না
I'm
হুট
dead
করে বাড়ির
already.
ভিতরে ঢুকে পড়ছেন আপনি কি আপনার মতলবটা কি হ্যাঁ
Sounds like a gymnasium at Buff
আমি
State.
আনসার।
কোন আনসার
That
ওই যে সেদিন
think you're feeling
টিক্কা বাইরে শিউলির কথা কইলাম না চিনছেন এবার
I don't know.
ও হো 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 এবার আপনার আমি চিনতে পারছি
আচ্ছা যাই হোক এই আপনার একটু আমার লগে যাইতে হবে।
কই যাইতে হইব
ওই যে ওই থানা শহরের সদর হাসপাতাল আছে না
You know how I used to tell you that I wish you
হাসপাতালে
had a chance to meet my old pal?
কেন
Bill
হাসপাতালে
Bauer?
কেন
Yes, you said that the two of you together could drive
Why
me
not
nuts in
about-
half the time it took you by yourself.
এই ওরা কি আমার আব্বারে মাইরা ফেলাইছে হ্যাঁ আপনি চুপ করে আছেন কেন কথা বলেন না কেন আমার আব্বা কই আমার আব্বারে কেন মাইরা ফেলাইছে
Missing in action
এখনো
hero
মরেন।
comes home a millionaire 10
মরে
years
নাই
later.
মানে আমার
Come
আব্বার
on.
কি অবস্থা আছে আমার আব্বা কই আপনি ভাই আমার আব্বারকে খবর নিয়ে চলেন প্লিজ
Relax, we'll change his
আরে ভাই আপনি চলেন তো চলেন প্লিজ তাড়াতাড়ি চলেন আমার আব্বার কি অবস্থা এখন আমার আব্বা জানতে আসে তো
Shoot it in
আমার আব্বা
Mexico.
দাও আছে
Do an MOW. Then
ওই
release it
এত
to
করছে
Europe
আমার
as a
আব্বারে মারছে
First charge. Hey, you'll have to bill his business information. Okay. Bye. Where's Bauer?
Don,
What?
he left, and I'm getting the hell out before he gets back.
Where did he go?
Who cares? Look, Mark, the last time Bauer dragged me into one of his scams,
বুঝতে
I
পারছেন
spent
তো
a week
বিষয়টা?
in jail with the Chicago 7.
এখান থেকে সবচেয়ে কাছের যে বাড়িটা
Leave him alone. How could you let him go?
ওইটাও কমপক্ষে আধা কিলোমিটার দূরে
Pimp maybe, but definitely not a
আপনি
cop.
যতই ছিলাম
Hey, the revolution's over,
আপনি
Trigger.
সিল্লানের আওয়াজ কারো কানে যাইব না
Mark,
অতএব
when
সিল্লায়
you
কোনো
see
লাভ নেই
Bauer, I want you to tell him I need like a
ঘর
page,
থেকে
page
শোনাই
and a half of the story before I can even get a dime,
আমি
okay?
আপনার আনছি
The guy brings 16 million into the
আপনার
country illegally, and
কোনো
all you can
ক্ষতি
think about is the 40
আমি
shares.
পয়সা থাকতে হবে না
The only thing illegal about that money was the
আর
U.S.'s
আমার এটা
involvement
অনেক
in the
তো আবার
Vietnam War 10 years ago.
আমার এটা অনেক শুনে
We'll find him. We'll find him. All right. Look,
মাইয়া
you
মাইশের
two stay
প্রতি
here in case he comes back. All
আমার
right.
কোনো আকর্ষণ
Hey, I really
এত
love
কথা
the
বাদ দিয়ে
baby,
আমার এই
but I
বন
gotta
জঙ্গল
get off
মতো
to
কে
the
আটকে
studio,
রাখছে সেটা
pitch
আগে
this idea to the network.
একটা খেলা চলতেছে তো
Listen,
বই
it's a great scene.
চাচা আপন প্রাণ বাঁচা টাইপ খেলা বলতে পারেন নিজের যান বাঁচানোর জন্যই আপনার এখানে নিয়ে আসছে
আমার এভাবে বাইরে ধরা থেকে আপনার প্রাণ বাঁচবো
সেটা এখনো জানি না বোন তবে আপনি হইতেছেন আমার রক্ষা কবচ আপনি আমার সাথে থাকলে টিক্কার লগে আমি দর কষাকষিটা ঠিক মতো করতে পারবো এতটুকু জানি
ওই ট্যাঙ্ক দিবি না লুই ট্যাঙ্ক দিবি এমএলএ আনসারে দিবি আজকের একটু সময় দিলাম
What makes you think Bauer's going back to the
নিজে
cemetery?
ঠিক করে গুলি
That's where the money
করছস
is.
কি মজা করে গুলি
He won't fold
করছস
his cards until he wins. Believe
কে
me.
তখন তোরে প্রতিশোধ দিব
Old friends
তুই তো
will.
মাইরা ফেলাইব
Yeah.
এক কাজ কর
Yeah, I guess they will.
একটা ঠ্যাং আমাকে দিয়ে দে টিকের
Little,
পয়সা
yeah.
তেরে জানে মারিস না
People change.
Only their clothes.
What he's doing is wrong. You know that?
কো লোকজন কো
Yeah, but
ভাই আইতে একটু
it's
সময়
no
লাগে
more wrong than
সময়
selling
লাগবে
out to work
এত
at a
সময় লাগে
bank or
আপনি টিকার ফোন
coming
দেন
on to a starlet on a
আর ফোন দেখ
casting
কোন আর মামার
couch
আমরা
or-
আটকে
or
রাখছি
hanging
আমি
on to
জিম্মা
all that
ওই যে না
anger from the
পুরাই লয়
60s. I mean, at least whatever
ওই
Bauer
লোক
does.
লগি নর কলটা না করতে না
seems
হয়
to get
তুমি
hurt.
এইটা তোর এই উত্তেজন একটু কমা এই আমাদের থাকা এই কিছু খেলা এখান থেকে কিন্তু এখান থেকে বুঝছোস বেজান সব খেলা এইটা এইটা দিয়ে খেলবো আছে আছে এর থেকেও বড় খেলা আছে বুঝছস ওই যে তোরা ক্রিকেট খেলা দেখছস না ব্যাটসম্যান কি করে ব্যাটসম্যান ব্যাট দিয়ে মনে কর তুরুম করে মাইরা দেয় ছয় পারে না আমি মনে করো যখন এই দাউটা লই গুলি কেউ করে তখন আমি এর এমনি করে ছয় বাড়িয়ে দিই বুঝছস বুঝলে রে তোকে তুই আরে মানুষে কেমন পারে রে কিছুই তো বুঝতেছি না আরে কতবার কবর কবিতা পড়ি, কতবার আমার চোখ দিয়ে পানি পড়ে, কতবার পড়ছি, কতবার চোখ দিয়ে কখনো মনে করলে পানি পড়ে। কবর কবিতা দশম কাকা যে কি লেখছি রে, এইখানে তোর দাদির খবর, ডালিম গাছের থলে 3 বছর বিজয় রেখেছি দুজনের সঙ্গে।
কিন্তু দাদু, আমার তো নজরুলের বিদ্রোহী করতে ভালো লাগে। আমি নিলু নিজে একটু বিদ্রোহী।
হ্যাঁ ও হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে বুঝলো। কোনটা দিবি কম দিবি দিবি দিতে তো হইব, তামাশা করে তো লাভ নাই। হয় ট্যাঙ্ক দিবি নাহলে ওই ট্যাঙ্ক দিবি, আর নাহলে আনসারে দিবি। আজকে একটা সময় দিলাম। তুই যে ঠিক করে গুলি করছস, কি মজা করে গুলি করছস, তখন তোরে প্রতিশোধ দিব, তুই তো মাইরা ফেলাইব। একটা ঠেঙা আমার দিয়ে দে, তোর বুঝামো, তুই জানে মারিস না। হ্যাঁ রাজি করা মনে কোনটা দিবি, তার আগে কিন্তু আমার আনসারে লাগবো, নাহলে কিন্তু আমার ঘুমাইবো না। চিন্তা কর।
The military industrial complex wants you to disappear. How? You disappear.
Here we go again.
Bury your head in the mud, Hardcastle. But the time is right for fighting in the streets. Time to bring the fat cats and the greed heads down to their knees. Time to free the people. Bauer was an enemy of the government.
Bauer was a thief.
So was Robin Hood.
Come on, there's no conspiracy here. It's a flat case of one crook ripping off another crook to get his hands on somebody's money.
Look, it doesn't make any difference. Bauer was my friend. He's dead. Now I want to find out why. Are you in or you out?
Yeah, I got 2 kids to feed and a 67 station wagon with bad tires, Mark.
In other words, you're out.
Look, I do what I can, Judge, but there's too much greed on both sides of this one for me to get involved.
Power to the people.
আমার আয় না দেখা যায় না, আমি 1 লাল না, 3 লাল না, 4 লাল না, আমার নাম 2 লাল।
জি বাপরে, তো তুমি আর এত লাল নিয়ে আপনি এদিকে খাড়ায় কি করতেছেন?
এই জায়গায় আমি শিউলির বসতে। শিউলি কই?
Guess it was fun being Peter at 17, but it's got to be a drag
শিউলি
at 30,
এখানে
you
নেই।
know?
এতক্ষণ ওখান দুনিয়াতেও নেই।
Spend all that time choosing up sides.
হ্যাঁ ঠিকই করছে, সে আমার আব্বার অপহরণ করছে।
Since when do you think life's a
আর সেই
game?
কথা টিকরা এখানে করছে। টিকারে তো আপনি ভালো করেই চিনেন, সে কেমন মানুষ?
ভুল হয়ে গেছে জানো?
না জানি, আর জানলেও আপনি এরকম না, কারণ আমি বুঝে ফেলছি যে আপনি শিউলির দলের লোক।
না রে বোন,
If anybody's counting, I think I have 7 left.
নমস্কার করেন না তো, এমনি আমার মন দিল অনেক খারাপ।
Bill Bauer, Judge.
আমার বাপটা
Sorry I didn't
করুন,
get a chance to
আমি
meet
কোথাও
sooner,
খুঁজে
but
পাইতেছি না আমার বাপটারে।
I've been dead.
যান, আপনি এখন হেড থেকে যান।
This is your tailor?
I ought to punch your head in.
I know. Look, Mark, I'm sorry, but I wasn't going to hang around and give an interview. The guy had an M16.
And you were shot. I saw it. We both did.
Well, like I said, I got a heck of a tailor. You know, information will generally give you an
পৃথিবীতে
edge,
কারো
Mark, but
মনে ভালো থাকে
sometimes
না।
nothing beats the old
আমরা সবসময় মন ভালো থাকার অভিনয় করে যেতেছি।
Carbon fiber, 16 ounce, that'll stop anything. Government issue.
I don't blame you for being mad. I didn't know what to do. Look, I promise, next time I really do die, you don't have to come to the funeral. You don't even have to cry. Debt paid.
What's going on, Billy? Who's trying to kill you?
I don't know, really.
Well, from what I hear about the way you've been living, it could be anyone from Ho Chi Minh to Al Capone. You've been breaking a lot of laws.
Coming from you, I guess that's a compliment, right?
You know, this is no time for you.
He's still in the Marine Corps, you know, technically. I'm gonna call up Joe Bartz and get somebody to send some MPs over here.
What? Wait, Bomber Joe Bartz?
Yeah, you know?
Know him? I mean, who do you think built his indoor swimming pool in the DMZ? I mean, I kept that lunatic in scotch and caviar for 2 years. I was his personal aide. He was the clout. I was the con.
Colonel Bartz said he never heard of you.
He lied. Bomber Joe Bartz was the guy who put me on the money burning detail. It was his gig.
I thought no one else knew about the money.
Okay, I lied too. Bart's. Now it makes sense. I thought I shook the old bomber off my trail 2 years ago in Uganda. He's good.
If he's telling the truth, he's right. Bart's has got to be good. Memorial Library, Hardcastle Hall, it's for a good cause. Bart's had to set you up months ago for this. Kind of puts a hole in your no conspiracy theory, doesn't it?
Okay, what do you want from me? He was appealing to my sense of patriotic duty.
What he was appealing to was your ego. Your name 10 feet tall in a sandstone building with a statue on the front lawn.
There wasn't going to be any statue in the front lawn.
Too bad. I could have gotten you a really great deal on the one in front of the Pentagon.
What are we going to do?
I'm going to check a book out of the Colonel's library. That's Bart's place over there. Hey, Joe! It's Hardcastle. Let me in.
Bombs away.
All right? Yeah. You know, I wish Bill would have kept the bootleg of Springsteen tapes. Rock stars generally don't carry guns.
Can't carry tunes either. Can you ID that van?
Yeah, where's Bill?
Inside.
Billy? Billy? Bauer!
I did you again.
It's your truck.
I found it. The Shanghai Noodle Factory. It's in Chinatown, Spring Street and Moon Alley.
Call Lieutenant Dirks and tell him we'll try to meet him down there.
I can't do that, Judge.
What do you mean you can't? We have to do it.
I can't call the police on him and turn him in. I can't do that to a friend.
Well, you know he's still a friend of yours.
Because I'm still his, and he wouldn't do it to me.
He might have done it already. Could be halfway to Mexico by now, you know.
Bauer would never skip out on a show like this, not until it was over.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay. Thanks for a lift. Appreciate it. Is that the van?
That's it. What do you think?
I think we're nuts taking on these guys. How many of them are? There's two of us.
3 of us. Bauer will show.
Bauer, the only thing he's gonna show is a fake passport in Mexico. He's probably opened up a phony clinic down there right now. He's gonna rejuvenate old guys with monkey glands.
All right, we'll check it out. We'll check it out. If it gets heavy, we'll call the police, okay? Just can't blow them off. Come on, let's go.
left this one alone, Mark.
Peter.
You can't be surprised, Mark. You know I'd never give up on the revolution. The rest of you, maybe. Not me. Never.
When was the last time you hosed this place down, Pops?
May I help you?
Yes, Robert L. Laporte, field rep for the county health department. I've got a complaint.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Boll weevil in your wheat germ, and the protein base of your egg noodle mix is hatching D9 larvae like larvae. Yes, I'm going to have to go through this entire place room by room and bring back the spray guns. I'm afraid we're going to have to close you down.
You can't go in there.
Make a sound, and it'll be your last.
There's a network of soldiers struggling to free the world. When Bauer needed my help, I contacted the necessary freedom fighters.
You terrorists.
That depends whose side you're on.
You got Bauer out of Nam.
That's right. Your government forgot about him. The people didn't forget. I didn't forget.
You were gonna have to kill him when you got the money, Trig. Bauer'd never go for this.
Bauer is a casualty of war. His $16 million will buy guns for the revolution and food for the hungry.
Don't move, Trig!
We grew up together, man.
Oh, Peter.
That's it.
Basically, yeah. And then Trig cracked up the van, and we called you guys to come in and clean up.
This kind of wild cowboy stunt can get people killed, McCormick.
Tell me about it.
You should have called us in as soon as you thought something was sideways.
Hey, I wanted to, but you know how Hardcastle is out there John Wayne-ing it with both hands. Believe me, Lieutenant, if it was up to me, I would have watched this whole thing on the news.
Yeah. Let's get a statement from Hardcastle and take Bauer in. Your friend's probably going to take a pretty hard fall for this, not to mention what the military will charge him with.
I know, but maybe after he does his time, he'll straighten his life out.
What makes you think he can?
Because I did.
Just give us a statement, Milt. We can save you a trip downtown till tomorrow.
Okay.
Where's Bauer?
He's in the gatehouse.
Alone?
Yeah, he said he wanted a couple of minutes by himself. I figured, considering where he's going, he ought to have that coming to him. Wait, what's the matter? Hey, he's your friend. He gave me his word. What?
Yeah, he also taught me everything I know. Bauer? Billy?
He's taking a bath.
Dear Mark, don't worry. I'll leave your car somewhere close. Bauer.